Do, 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 do. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, if you're out there in cyberspace, say hello. Um, and let me just get this going. Crack-a-lackin'. Control V. Paste. Oh. All right. What's up, cyberspace? What's up, everybody out there um in Cyberland? Happy Saturday! Happy Saturday! Um, yes. So we are down to the last few minutes of the campaign. I wanted to just close out the show. I couldn't let it go without closing out duty, and I've never really ended a campaign on a weekend, and this is the first. Hey, Aurelius in the house. What's up? So this is my first actually closing out a campaign on the weekend. And normally on a Saturday or when I'm off, I usually dedicate that day to recording episodes for the art channel and for the Crazy Nintendo Less. But today I did a live stream I was drawing on. Thank you, Oliveras, for popping in. My audio wasn't working, so I couldn't respond verbally on that side. I don't know what's going on with that headset. But and I didn't look up. When I looked up, I saw your post. Yeah. So we're down to the wire. And I want to say the reason why I want to close out the show is one, to acknowledge everybody, and two, talk about what's to come for 2023 and show some behind the scenes looks. And there's going to be a big announcement in a few months. Uh, hey, what's up? Thank you, brother. All in the house. Congratulations on the launch of your new community. Sorry I never saw the email. George told me about it. I got a lot of it went to the other folder on my Outlook. For some reason, there's a spam folder. There's an other folder, and so I never looked in the other folder. And then I looked in it. There was like tons of emails in there. In fact, there was an email from a Kickstarter backer that never got the link. And well, I sent the link, but then after, I tell everybody you got 2 weeks to download everything, and then I remove it. And apparently he never saw it, so I had to go and upload. But I'm here today to close out the campaign. I'm very happy with the fact that we were funded early, and it's doing well. But there's some big stuff happening with Doodie for 2023. Some stuff that I can't talk about right now. I look forward to telling you in the months to come when I'm able to talk about it. But I'm excited about what's going to happen with Doodie this year in 2023, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that all of you out there who supported the campaign, who supported me, let me go live. I forgot to go live on on Instagram. Who's been supporting me, who enjoyed Doodie. It's really exciting to see. Now we're not breaking records on Kickstarter. I never thought it would, because Doodie really is something that does better at events and conventions. And so I'm looking at booking events this year. I'm considering doing the one in Waco. I'm waiting. I signed up for Fan Expo. I'm waiting to hear if I got approved. I have some other events coming down the pipeline, so I'll be sharing that as they come. What's up, Gilbert? What's up, $3 Comics? And so exciting news. But I want to talk about some things that you can expect in 2023 from There's Another in My Toilet. So I'm going to share that with you guys. So as you know, issue 5 is coming in April 4th. So mark your calendar. April 4th, issue 5, Who Me. There's the cover right there. But issue 5 is going to be available as a single, but it's also going to be collected. So in April, you have a double whammy. You have two options. You can get issue 5, or you can get the collected edition, volume number 1 of There's Another in My Toilet, which will have the first 5 issues plus some bonus content. So that's going to be April 4th. The date's already secured for the launch of this campaign. It's going to be for the graphic novel and issue 5. So they'll be available in April. What's great about this campaign today is that at the end of the campaign, I'm gonna just let Comics Wellspring to know to go ahead and print because they have everything pending. I got the proofs and I have the order pending. I just wanted to know how many I needed to have based on this Kickstarter. So it'll get printed in Comics Wellspring. For some reason, they take longer now, even though that they have everything. So it'll take about 14 days before I get it, which is about the same amount of time that it takes for Kickstarter. What's up, Dynamite and Dylan? What's up, everybody? That's the amount of time it takes for Kickstarter to pay the funds. But I do have a bone to pick with Kickstarter. I don't know what happened, but I wasn't showing up in any of the algorithms on Kickstarter. I didn't show up in the taking off. I didn't show up in the ending soon. Any of those when I searched, Doodie was not in any of those. So I don't know if I was like Doodie was just like blacklisted on Kickstarter or what, but I didn't show up on anywhere. So that's going to be my gripe with them on that survey that they send me to fill out. But what you can expect is, and let me blow up that that cover. So there's the cover for the graphic novel, and then there's the cover for issue number 5. Both available April 4th on right on Kickstarter. And then coming in right after that, in I think it's either going to be June or July. I'm not sure just yet. But Peekaboo, I See You, issue number 6, that'll be available. We'll be launching on Kickstarter as well. And this is the roundup, right? So Agent Doe is cracking down and he's getting ready to catch people, right? And he's getting closer to catching Doodie. So that's going to be then. And then we're going to probably end the year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 7 or this, which is going to be the art of There's an Alien in My Toilet, which is going to be over 200 pages. And it's going to be fantastic. I've been working. If you've been watching my live streams and you've been joining, you've seen a lot of the stuff that's in this book is from the live streams, and it's going to be chapter related, and each chapter is going to have a theme. So it's like Doodie as a superhero. There's going to be multiple pages. There's going to be some backstories, some really cool conceptual art, and some stuff like that. So it's going to be my first art book, which will be on Kickstarter. I'm thinking about for the holiday season, right on time for Christmas. Great coffee table book. And if you're an art of fan, and if you're art of Doodie, a fan of Doodie, you're going to love this book. So that's what the year looks like so far for There's an Alien in My Toilet. And I'm excited about that. And I'm more excited about that. We've already, that issue 5 is right around the corner. This is a milestone for me. It's not easy to do a series, let alone consistently. And for me, that's a big achievement because there's a lot of projects I never completed. This one I feel so good about that I've been able to complete. And I want to just say, thank you to everybody. Paul, Aurelis, Kathy, there's some loyalists that have been with me for every single campaign. Now, when you look at the campaigns, there are people that come and people that go. So consistently, there's been about 20 that have been consistent with every single Kickstarter. And then there's been a lot of new faces. This campaign, the majority of the backers were people that either found me on YouTube on the art channel or found me on TikTok. And they were all new, and that's exciting. And so I'm hoping that they stay around for the long haul. There's some people who have falling off for whatever reason. We miss you. I hope you come back. There's still time. We got 34 minutes left on the ticker to on the campaign. So if you haven't pledged, go ahead and pledge. Get yourself a copy. Oh man, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's the one thing I truly love doing is this. I love creating There's an Alien in My Toilet. I love drawing. I love imagining. I'm I'm a kid trapped in a man's body. And I just love the idea of just taking your mind and going somewhere special, somewhere that you can feel safe and you could just explore. And I'm hoping that that I can attract a whole new generation of readers. And with what's going to happen in a couple of months, I'm hoping that'll be the case. So this is like a bunch of things that I'm working on behind the scenes. And but again, the inspiration came from all of you. Again, while we're not breaking any records on Kickstarter, it's the fact that each campaign has been funded and each campaign has built a low following. And my art channel, thank you to the 10 new subscribers to my art channel today. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. And I hope you stick around for the long haul. It's baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes a while. It takes a village. I'm here for the long game. And even with working full time, I'm excited that on my downtime, I'm still able to produce content and get some stuff out there. But yeah, so again, April 4th is the launch of book number 5, also the graphic novel. So it's gonna be simultaneous, right? So I think the issue 5 single issue might be a stretch goal, but the graphic novel is going to be the main focus. I'm focusing on the graphic novel, and then I might do the issue 5 as a single issue for those who like to collect the floppies as a stretch goal. And so we'll see as we get closer to that. And but that's exciting. That's exciting, and a lot of big things happening in the community. I see a lot of stuff happening. Congratulations to George Medina, who's going to be writing for ASAP Imagination. That's going to be dope. And I know that George has his project coming out this year. I don't know if it's going to be Rush 5377 or Wonder Duck. Which one comes first? I think it's going to be Rush. Not sure yet. But he's been talking about it on the podcast, and I think we're going to both of us are going to be trying our hand at crowdfunder. And I think Forbidden, the graphic novel, I will be launching on crowdfunder. Date to come. And so full over 160 pages, graphic novel, full color, brand new pinup art that's going to be coming soon. So look out for that. For those of you who have the first couple of issues but want to finish the series, this would be a great opportunity for you to do so. I don't know how you do content. Hey, what's up, Wildine? Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy. It's funny. I was talking to George about it. Working full time, when I come home, my mind is like spaghetti. It's like just mush. To get the energy to draw, I have to work out. So when I come home, I go straight into the garage, and whether it's I'm on the bike, I'm doing jump rope, cardio, or if I'm lifting weights, something just to get me back rejuvenated. Because the only thing I want to do when I get home really is grab something to eat and watch TV. And so I force myself not to do it. And that's the hardest thing to do. Hey, Wild Goldine. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not good with pronunciation. If you ever watched Catch the Craze podcast, you know that George and I mess names up. That's what we're known for. I think it's if they ever put a big billboard in the city, because Sam mess everybody's names up, Vera. And that's what we do here. But yeah, trying to find the energy is the hard thing, especially when you're stuck in traffic for over an hour and you're stressed. That's the hard thing. And I think working out gets me back, because I'll take a pre-workout drink and it's full of caffeine and it just gives me that jolt. And then I can get at least 2 hours in. I try to get at least 2 hours in every night to do something creative. And like tomorrow, I'll be finishing up the videos for the art channel and for the Crazy Nintendo Less. And tonight after this, I will be contacting all the printers and saying, go ahead, proceed with the printing for the Kickstarter for us. So we are $88 away from unlocking that stretch goal. I would love to get you guys that stretch goal, but we're so close. And so if you haven't done so already, check it out. I work a minimum Monday to Friday, 10 to 7. Nice. Yeah. No, I have to get up at 5 in the morning to be at work at 7 a.m. So I get up at 5. I'm sorry, to be at work by 8. I get up at 5, and then I leave the house at like 5 to 7, 10 to 7 in order to get there by 8 o'clock. Um, oh, Twitch, dope. That's dope because I'm a pharmacist. And oh wow, look at you, jack of all trades, cosplay, pharmacist. Yeah, doing a lot of stuff. That's awesome. Um, and this Texas weather hasn't been good for the roadways. It's been rough. I had a bunch of close calls, but what was I saying? Uh, let's see. So the trading card game, is on hold until further notice. And I guess you guys seen that in the first two Kickstarters, but then I put it on hold because it's been taking me a lot longer to put this game together, which is why I'm not releasing any new cards or anything like that on the Kickstarter, because I've redesigned everything. And if you look at my spreadsheet on for my my Excel file on how I'm populating all the characters, strengths, weaknesses, all this stuff, whatever, it's been taking me forever. So that's going to take a while. You won't hear about that until probably the last issue next year. So next year we'll complete the Designated My Toilet saga, and we're gonna go right into Doodie's stories, which is the first one is Doodie's Monsters. Oh, I lived in New York City my whole life. I only been in Texas now in a year and a half, and New York, you know, that's where I learned how to deal with these Texas drivers because they tailgate. Texas drivers, they don't care if you're not driving 90 miles an hour, they're still like a foot off of your bumper. You're still not going fast enough for them. But I learned my defensive driving skills in New York. Um, but yeah, so the trading card game postponed until further notice. The graphic novel, April 4th, then June, then September, and then we'll end the year there. And then we'll start the new year again in January with book number 7, and then April 8, June 9, and then September of 24 will end the run of this Alien in My Toilet, both volumes number 1 and volumes number 2. Yeah, yeah. I think taxi drivers should be the driving teachers in motor vehicles. So yeah, we're down to the last 25 minutes. Again, I am going to go on it because I do want to acknowledge some names on this. Let me just pull this up, and these are the names that I'm acknowledging are going to be the people who've been there for all 4 issues. Where's my thing? Hold on 1 second. All right, there it is. Packer report. Yeah. So, I do want to acknowledge these people who have been here from the beginning. I truly, 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 truly appreciate every single one of you for coming through every time and continuing the legacy of Doodie. My boy Anibal Arroyo, thank you, my brother, for being there every step of the way. Kathy. She's a cosplayer. Kathy's a cosplayer. I met her in Texas at a Comic-Con. She designs her own costume. She's a grandmom, and her and her grandson love Doodie, and they've been true supporters. And this is actually the first time Kathy is actually back to Kickstarter. She usually gets all my books at the conventions, and or through my website, doodiesworld.com. So Kathy, I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. Let's see who else. Ray Felix, thank you. I know that your child loves Doodie, so thank you for coming back. And when your child, I know this through George Medina. Oh yeah, there you go. Um, uh, I know that the children of a certain age can't pay or get their Kickstarters, and the fact that you basically signed off on Doodie and you continue to give it to your kid. I truly appreciate that, Ray Felix. Thank you so much. My buddy Jason Cruz, man. Jason Cruz, he created the cartoon. Dang, what was the name of that cartoon? It was on Kids WB, and then he sold the licensing off. And the World of Quest. If anybody remembers the World of Quest, Jason Cruz, my brother, he did that. Fantastic. Michael San Martino, I appreciate you, brother. Tech the Gods, you guys have been there through and through. You guys rock the house. Thank you again so much for just being there for every campaign. Robert Garrett. Now, I think this is Robert's daughter. Robert Garrett was a friend of mine who, rest in peace, um, passed away a couple of years ago. He and I broke into comics together with Crazy Comics. We then parted ways, and he went and created Exmoor Studios. And he had an amazing family, his daughter, and I think it's his daughter, and who's been backing the campaign. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. I miss your dad dearly, and thank you so much for supporting the campaign. Alvin Schultz, you rock. Check the Gods in the house. Alvin Schultz, what's up? You've been back every campaign. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I miss Kids WB. So do I. I almost had to deal with them, with Doodie. This actual comic book. I was on the negotiating table with them, and then they dropped Kids WB and they dropped Doodie with it. So we never even got to sign any documents. It was heartbreaking. That was why I left comics. One of the reasons why I left comics. And Joe D. McPhee, you rock, brother. Thank you for the desk of a small press publisher. He has a podcast. I appreciate you, homie. You are the best. And he's also a Doodie fan. And if you didn't miss the interview I had on his show, it was one of the best. It was amazing. Sarita Lee, you've been coming back every campaign. I appreciate you, Sarita. You are fire. You are fuego. Thank you so much. I miss you on the Kickstarter. I mean, on the Cast of Craze podcast. I wish that you come around once in a while. Story Comic, Barney. Barney, you rock, man. Thank you so much, Barney. Barney has a podcast, Story Comics. Check it out. He's also a sponsor of Cast of Craze. So you want to check out his podcast. He's a fantastic interviewer. And I truly appreciate his stuff. Johnny C, you rock the house. Johnny C, they have, they have a podcast. And I should have wrote it down. I just don't remember it right now, but check out Johnny C. If you don't, who Johnny C is. He's the man. Jay Lofstade, thank you so much. You've been there for every campaign. I appreciate you. My boy, Paul Shear, you rock. That's my boy. He's been a friend of mine for years. And thank you for coming through with this issue. Why did they drop Kids? I don't know why they dropped Kids WB, to be honest with you. All I know is that we were shopping Doodie around. We had interest from Kids WB. Her name was Karen, which was the vice president of acquisitions. And we were this close. And then it was around the new year, February or March, they changed leadership. There was a whole big restructuring. They dropped Kids WB, and anything that was on the table, they just threw in the trash. So I was just mine with a bunch of other people as well. Sarah Cook, thank you so much, Sarah Cook. Another fantastic writer and creator. Fantastic. Thank you for coming through each and every time for the Kickstarter. You rock. Aurelis Delgado, super fan. Amazing kids. Your kids are fuego. I mean, man, if I come back as a kid again, I want to come back as one of yours, man. Your kids have an amazing mom. You rock. You're fire. Thank you so much for being such a loyal supporter of my books. I appreciate you. Philip Russert, he has a Kickstarter campaign as well. It's called, I wish I remember. I wish I remember the name of it's almost like, I don't know. I forget the name of it, but he has a Kickstarter as well. Philip Russert. He also has his own podcast too. So check out Philip Russert. Johnny Psycho Syphax. He's also a super fan, a super supporter of Doodie. I appreciate you, Johnny. I miss you on Cast of Craze podcast. I wish you were with us hanging out. You are the man. Paul Gomez. He also has his own comic book, Bushi Boo, Mystery Circus, and a few other things. And he's also a podcaster now. He's on Pops Van Zant's network. Check it out. Check out Paul Gomez. Dan Price, I appreciate you, brother. You've been there from jump, and again, I can't say thank you enough. William Babcock, KJ Murphy, Keith Murphy. Keith Murphy and I go way back to 2005, the CAG era, Comic Artists Guild. I hosted the award ceremony at the New York Comic Con. I was the MC for it, and then we also co-sponsored and ran the indie after party at the Twins Pub for 3 years during the New York Comic Con days. So that was fantastic. Kirstie Allen, thank you so much. Again, your name keeps popping up. I appreciate you for supporting the book. George Medina, again, is my boy. He's been in the game with me from jump. I appreciate you. Gilly Rodriguez, Gilly in the house. I miss you tonight, Gilly. Where you is? So Gilly Rodriguez, again, he's been supporting the series from day one. Was it? Yeah, I was at the first New York Comic Con. Yeah. You see these grays? You see these grays? Yeah, it's crazy. Laurie Calcaterra, she also has her own comic book and she has a podcast and she's a big, big Doodie lover. Thank you so much, Laurie. I appreciate you. And of course, ASAP Comics UK. They're gonna take over the world. Paul is about to take over the world. He's building this community that's going to rival other communities. And I'm glad that I've been watching it from the beginning, because that guy is going to be like what's like a Pinky in the Brain. He's going to be like taking over the world. But I appreciate your support, Paul. And again, thank you all. And for all of you who haven't come back for book 4, I miss you. I hope you come back for book 5. And if you missed book 4, it'll be available on my website in a couple of weeks. And to order. So if you missed the Kickstarter, you can still get it on the website as well, doodiesworld.com. So make sure you put that in there, doodiesworld.com. And again, let's see, 16 minutes and the campaign's over. And again, thank you again to everybody who's been there. I mean, Doodie, I created in 2005. And Doodie was the first graphic novel. It was black and white, and it was distributed in Barnes and Nobles and Borders and all the bookstores. And when I left comics, I stopped everything. I stopped publishing. I stopped the podcast, and so now it's just about building Doodie again. And one of the biggest compliments I got, if anybody who hasn't read it already, which is Doodie's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. If you haven't read this book, George finally read it. He got the Kickstarter, and he finally read this, and he actually loved it. And he's like, it was multidimensional. There's a lot of layers to it. There's a lot of characters. There's some heart to it, and there's a different side of Doodie. It's more of like maybe 10, 12 and up, right? For Doodie's Monsters, but this is gonna be a 4-part mini. So Doodie goes on different adventures, and each adventure is going to be 4 issues. Last year was 2022. I'm talking about 2005. 2005, I created Disney in my toilet. And so Doodie's Monsters is going to be the first in the series. Then there's going to be Doodie going on a lot of different adventures. One's going to include ancient Japan as a samurai. There's a lot of different stories I have in the pipeline for Doodie. So while there's an alien on my toilet, the series ends with issue 10. Doodie goes on and he continues with adventures from that point on. So his story will continue to go on. There's also a spinoff that I'm working on as well. And this is really, really for like the what is it? Captain Underpants crowd. It's really for a really young audience, and it's going to be Bobby's story. And I'll be talking about that more to come. You'll see that sometime in the near future. So I'm excited about that. The years are going too fast. The days are going too fast. I remember waking up Monday saying, man, I got a 3-day weekend coming up. I'm excited. And I'm already on day 2 of my 3-day weekend, and it's going by, and I'm looking at the clock. Because on Monday, I got to be at work at 5 in the morning. That means I got to get up at 3 in the morning. And so I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, man, where does the time go? When you're a kid, time stands still. The days last forever. You get into all sorts of trouble because the days last forever. As you start getting older, you can't find enough time. It's like, and that's the hard part. Yeah, Captain Underpants is really good stuff. Really good stuff. But yeah, so let's review that once more. Where is it? I'll do this one. Boom. Let's review that one more time. So, The Art of Disneyland in My Toilet, my first art of book. I'm excited about this. I am really. It's going to be 8 by 8. So the dimensions for the art book is 8 by 8. So it's going to be a nice little. It's going to be nice and thick. It's going to be soft cover. The hardcover will be a stretch goal. So it'll be a soft cover on the Kickstarter, and to unlock the because the hardcover is a lot more expensive. So we have to hit a threshold in order to get to the hardcover. Yeah, when I was a kid, man, I used to go on all sorts of adventures. Man, we look, if you had a construction site, me and my buddies were there. We were like 8, 9, 10 years old. We used to play King of the Mountain because the construction sites used to have these big sand dunes. It was fantastic. And Issue number 5, again, issue number 5 is April with the graphic novel, volume number 1 in April. So that's fantastic. And then issue number 6, May, June, is probably going to be June, early July, late June, early July. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, we're down to the wire, to the limit. So we are down to 12 minutes. And in 15 minutes, I will be emailing all of the printers to print the stuff, now that I'll have a good inventory number of what I need. And so that I can have everything for you guys. So in 14 days, when it's in my hands, on day 15 is when I start shipping. So you know how I do it here. Anytime I launch a Kickstarter, that means the project is done. And so the only delays is going to be printing delays or anything with the postal service once it's out of my hands. But I try to get everything to you as fast as possible. That's how, for me, it's about customer service, and it's not making anybody wait. I can tell you right now, I'm waiting on a Kickstarter that I've been waiting, I think, 2 years now, that I will never back that person's campaigns ever again. 2 years. It was supposed to be shipped out a year ago. No updates, no nothing. So I don't ever want to do that to anybody. I truly appreciate your time, your investment. This is your investment. You're investing in my project, my passion, and I appreciate you for that. And so the last thing I want to do is make you wait for anything. Okay. And let's see, down to 11 minutes. Let's see. Never again. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think we probably back the same one. So this week we have a guest on Cash the Craze. Next week we won't. Yeah, and it was a huge campaign. Absolutely. It was. I think they took that money and went to Tahiti. This week we have this Tuesday we have a guest, but the following week there's no Cash the Craze episode because I will be away for work. I'll be traveling for work, and when I come back the week after, we'll continue with Cash the Craze. The Morning Brew, unfortunately, that's on hiatus until further notice because my schedule, because I've been in training, and my training lasts several months. My schedule is sporadic, so I can't get a hold on a consistent routine. It changes from week to week because of the training. So, so I'll have a Crazy Nintendo Less episode up and running, and I'll have a new episode for the art channel, The Art of Samuel. It's really unreal that an indie squandered that good face while many others struggle. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It sucks because as an independent creator, there's a stigma, and we talk about it all the time on Catch the Craze. We already have this stigma of inconsistency, not completing something, late with shipments, all that stuff, whatever. So when you have something like this, which is a big campaign, and I think you have an obligation to do the right thing by the people who invested in your project. And if it was going to take this long, they should have done. Unfortunately, with Kickstarter, there's nothing they can do. It should have been a refund. Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand. We're in the same boat. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I just don't like. I don't like keeping people waiting for anything, especially if they're investing in my projects. The last thing I'm going to do is make you wait, and the last thing I'm going to do is put up a campaign that's not ready. I want to make sure I get everything into your hands right away. So that way, it's top of mind. You get to enjoy it, and then once I know that I shipped it out to you, that's when I launch the landing page for the next issue. Um, this way I feel good that it's already in your hands. Um, I don't want to promote a landing page if you didn't get your books. Yeah, you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm excited about this, man. You don't understand. I love it. I love this issue. If you haven't picked it up, check it out. Let's see. I don't even have those covers in my hand. What did I do? I put them back there. But remember, you can also get all the other issues on the website. Um, the limited edition variant covers on the website. The Matrix cover, the Rambo cover, the homage to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover. Support the indies, the locals, small vendors, small artists. Yeah, and some more support your comic shops, especially the ones that support independent comic book creators. Those are the guys that need a lot of love. In fact, there's going to be a few segments. I'm talking to a bunch of bookstores right now about highlighting some stuff from their stores. So they are the ones who keep this business going. Without the comic shops, man, because we don't have spinner racks and candy stores anymore, so we need the comic shops. We need to keep them alive. And I know that comic sales have dwindled because of the woke movement, and the themes were changed in some of the comic books. We know of a comic store that shut down because they just weren't getting enough sales. So whenever you can, go to your local comic shop, and if you're gonna buy that Funko Pop, pick up a comic book along with it. If you're gonna, get the trading card game, get yourself a comic book as well. Let's keep those guys afloat. About the episodes, George met with me at a con in 2021 and invited me as a guest. All we need is our schedules to match. Oh yes, and we need shop. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll send you a link, and you can just pick the. We only do it on Tuesday, so that's the only issue. We interview guests on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from 8 to 9. So I can send you a link, and you can pick any one of those Tuesdays. The link is open all the way through the end of April. That you can book from now to the end of April. I only open it up for 2-month increments. But yeah, we can coordinate that definitely. So 6 minutes again, and some of the highlights from the campaign. Again, Herman the Chihuahua takes it to the next level. He is funnier than ever. Don't come at me because he has an accent. Don't even come at me because I grew up with a family with accents, and that's where the influence came from. So I don't want to hear it. But that's what makes it funny because he does have an accent. I'm just saying. So there's some sample pages from the book. If you don't know, because you never read Cosmic Wars, this character right here, I'm gonna blow that up for a second. This character right here, that's Gorf. He's from my series Cosmic Wars, the first comic book I ever produced. On my own, full color, back in 2003. Crazy. 2003, Cosmic Wars. I only did 3 issues of that series, but he's the main character from that. So he has a cameo in There's Nail in My Toilet. Here's that scene where Doodie is taunting Herman, shooting spitballs at him in the cage. Oh, Doodie. What's up, Viana Black? I'll find a way to set a schedule. I'll just check mine first. Yeah, I'll send you a link. You can look at it, and then you can figure it out, and we'll make it happen. This is the dream sequence. So that Doodie, anytime he gets knocked out, he now becomes this larger than life character. And this is one of those scenes where him and Herman are rival military foes, and they're going to war with each other. So that's also in that as well. And again, if you were a backer of all the issues and you came back for this issue at a physical tier, you got this enamel pin for free. And if you were new to the campaign and you never backed any one of the issues before and you made a physical pledge, you're getting this 8x8 print of Cowboy Doodie as well as a thank you. So there's always something for everybody. And thank you for those of you who picked up Army Doodie, the 6-inch resin figure of Army Doodie. And yeah, so those are the highlights of the campaign. The sticker sheet. The sticker sheet was a highlight in the add-ons. Had many people add that sticker sheet on, so that's pretty dope. So I'm going to continue with the sticker sheets going forward. Then you have the Doodie prints. You have Doodie as, what's it, Vash, and as Jon Snow, and some other cool stuff. And then you had the 5x7. So those are all the highlights from the campaign. We're down to 3 minutes, and in 3 minutes, I get to take a break from posting. So you're gonna get a breather from Sam's posting on all social media. Like, damn, there he goes posting again, and I can just go back to creating. That's the one thing about Kickstarter. It takes a lot of time to create thumbnails, to post. I'm on Getter, I'm on MeWe, I'm on Vero, I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Reddit. So I'm everywhere. So when I'm posting something, I'm posting everywhere. So, and that takes over an hour just to get to all those places. So you're gonna get a break. You get to say, you know what, I'm done with that guy. I don't want to see his posts anymore. Oh yeah, man. I have I don't know if any of you have ever had Glühwein. Glühwein is a German wine. It's a spiced wine, and it's served warm. I had it. I fell in love with it when I was in Austria, and I had it, and it was just fantastic. It has like cinnamon and apple and all this stuff, whatever. So that's what I have waiting for me tonight. I have the cup already filled. I'm going to put it in the microwave, and I'm going to drink it warm, and I'm going to relax, and have myself a glass of Glühwein tonight. So we're down to 104 seconds and counting. So we're going to end this campaign. Again, for those of you who missed this campaign and got the first 3 issues, I hope that you come to the website and get yourself the copies. It's still going to be available there. And look, in the next couple of weeks, I'll be announcing the conventions. I'm only doing conventions in Texas. Like a virgin. I'm only doing cons in Texas this year, just to limit my travel. I was going to do Alien Con, which would have been great for Doodie, but I can't because of this new job. I won't be able to. But I will be doing it next year. So we'll be doing Alien Con. That's in San Francisco. It's huge. It's run by the A&E network, and it has like all the speakers, all of the ufologists, and everybody you see on the Sci-Fi Channel, History Channel. They're talking about UFO and the government agenda. This is like a big event, and so I definitely want to do that again with Doodie. I want to do it for the first time with Doodie next year. And I'm excited about that. So yeah, we're down 38, 37, 36, 5. It's going down for real. All right. I'm going to close this out. So once this is closed out, your books and everything's getting ordered, and you will. And I think it takes 2 weeks for Kickstarter to collect all the funds. As long as all the credit cards are accurate, then once they collect it, I'll be good. A&E Con in San Francisco. Yeah, Alien. It's Alien Con. Alien UFO aliens, but it's run by the A&E network. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Thank you, everybody. Yay! Thank you all again for supporting the campaign. Another one is bitten the dust. And so, yes, Alien Con, yes. And so now it's just about me getting everything to you again. So again, you guys rock. You guys are amazing. You inspire me to keep creating. I appreciate your support. And I hope to see you all again in April for the graphic novel. You see the cover. I love the cover. I had fun drawing the cover. I did it on the live stream. If you missed that, check out. And if you haven't done so already, head over to The Art of Samuel on YouTube. Check out my art channel, The Art of Samuel on YouTube. Every Sunday, a new episode. And there's a lot of shorts and a lot of drawing and some tips on conventions and all that other stuff. So check that out again. If you haven't subscribed to Catch the Craze on YouTube, subscribe to that as well. So with that said, you all have a blessed weekend. You guys have a fantastic week. Thank you again. I enjoyed our conversation on Instagram. This really worked. I took a play from Paul ASAP. I said I got to go on Instagram. I don't do it much. So I'm hoping that this went well. Thank you again, Aurelius, and everybody else. And we're gonna be chatting. And if you haven't voted yet, start voting, because I'm gonna put more surveys up for all of the awards for episode, was it 600? I don't know, 500. I don't know what we're saying. Yeah, episode 500, the crazy awards, 10 categories, 10 winners, and it's gonna be fun. We also have a fan appreciation award, so check that out if you haven't done so already. With that said, I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. This was another episode of Catch the Craze, and this was There's an Alien in My Toilet, the closeout show. You guys have a fantastic week, and I'm going to close it out with the Emperor. Peace.
People of Earth, it is I, the Emperor, the most high, the most mighty, the most powerful, the most good-looking. I return with only one message to you. On behalf of the people of Uranus, we'd like to thank you. You have proven your trust. You have proven your loyalty. And over again, you continue to allow my boy to play and have a successful Kickstarter. So, thank you for making this one just as successful. But is it only the beginning? We ask one thing of you and one thing only. Go out into the world and let all the other humans know that Doodie is here to stay, my young Doodie. And let's make this Kickstarter even more successful. Let's bring in the cheddar. That is all. That is all. Don't get used to my kindness.